不交许可钱，今年18岁，我是做一名讲员，开一艘车的。离呢一定时间，再开地面之后过来，到车队里面，每年涉及到个城市里的垃圾桶。到车子再来检查审检，如果正常的话，就是我们就是出入口就是一直我们就是上路。
I like this film because it shows us a solution rather than a problem. I've been an advocate of using scrubbed incinerators to burn garbage and make electricity for years. Two birds with one stone. I'm glad to see someone other than Sweden actually doing it.
The opening is vivid and disturbing because the mounds and mounds of garbage is just, it makes you feel guilty as a person that we're creating so much pollution and garbage in our world. And to look to China, that has such a large population and is known as the Garden City, to see what they're doing, they're trying to make a change, and to look to other countries to see what they're doing and come together as a solution. I found there's a lot of hope in this documentary. I thought it was very well done. I thought she got some really cool scenes that were like inside the factories, and I was impressed that she got to get that kind of access. So kudos for that. I thought that the end was really cool, how she went between the pollution and the people dancing in the streets and the positivity at the end of the people that live there and have to deal with all the pollution.
And it was really cool to see different recycling systems that are out there and what kind of incentives worked on making people feel motivated and engaged in recycling. And I think my favorite part was approaching the topic from the garbage truck driver's perspective, and kind of following the story along from his point of view. And I think at the end, when he was talking about feeling like he's part of something bigger and like working to pay for his son's education, I thought that was a really nice parallelism between building a better world just for the earth and everyone on it in general, but also for his individual family. So I thought that was very nice.
I thought this was a really compelling short film. It covers a very important subject, like now more than ever, and it's really inspiring. I feel like a lot of it is, it can be very depressing and like very sad and like following like the garbage man and like his life. Now he doesn't really get to see his family, but he feels slightly rewarded by the work that he's doing is good, and it's kind of like it's an optimistic view going forward, which I feel like is what the filmmaker was going for, which was cool, and I feel like they accomplished that. It's balanced so much with the like kind of unfortunate truths of everything and the bleak reality of where the world is, right now. And I feel like this piece presents a lot to think about for the viewer. So great job.
So inspiring. It totally caught me off guard, especially since the beginning shots started with seeing how much garbage and how much recycled materials just end up being in landfills and things like that. I thought this was actually going to be really depressing, but it ended up being super uplifting and insightful. Like, I had no idea that, by getting a community such as the one shown here, I can't pronounce it, but to specify the recyclables and then get rewards for that, like free groceries and other necessities. That's so cool and just shows how possible it is in, places where the air used to be so bad for it to just clear up and give the people there a better quality of life. I'm a huge advocate for saving the environment, so it was really inspiring. This is definitely one of my favorites.
I agree wholeheartedly with the message within The Search of a Better World. We as humans are very wasteful. 230 tons of garbage collected by Sun and his coworkers per day. So I'm really glad to know that technology exists to at least dispose of this waste responsibly in the city Haiyan, if I'm saying it right, in China. With this social climate lately and climate change in general, it's really hopeful that with more of this technology, a solution may be found. cutting edge stuff. So thank you for this doc, and Sun is a hometown hero. I was moved by this.
So it's an interesting and really optimistic story. Their goal is to make 50 more of these plants and change the climate and air quality of China in the next generation. I think that it's very possible, and hopefully we can all learn from it, because we may already be past the critical point, but it's always important to try to do something. So I hope it works.
This was great because it's something that affects not just one community or one part of the world or anything like that. This is like a global issue, so anybody watching this can relate to it, because this is, something that is affecting our entire planet. So I thought that especially how they did the entire beginning with just their shots, just the text, was really well done. It kind of set the tone of it being like it set the size of the issue, I think, really well.